Tokyo's nightlife is famous around the world. Neon lights, crowded streets, and the energy of Shibuya that never seems to sleep. But what if I told you that this is just one side of the story? Tonight, we'll go beyond Shibuya's glare, exploring the lesser-known neighborhoods, secret bars, and local traditions that make Tokyo's nights truly unforgettable. This is the real Tokyo after dark. Quieter, deeper, and full of surprises. Let's go. For many first-time visitors, Shibuya is the symbol of Tokyo's nightlife. Neon signs, the famous crossing, karaoke bars, and endless energy. It's young, loud, and fun, but it's also commercial, polished, and, let's be honest, a bit predictable. Shibuya is perfect for a first taste of Tokyo at night, but if you really want to feel the soul of the city, you need to wander further. Because Tokyo's best nightlife isn't always in the bright lights. It's hidden in the narrow alleys, small bars, and conversations that last until dawn. Let's start with Golden Gai in Shinjuku, a place that feels like stepping into a post-war film set. This tiny network of 6 alleys holds more than 250 bars, each the size of a living room. Here, every bar has a story. Some are for jazz lovers, others for filmmakers, writers, or artists. Some bars only seat 6 people, which makes every conversation personal and unexpected. Golden Gai isn't about glamour, it's about connection. And if you're lucky, the owner might share a drink and a story that stays with you long after you leave. Just steps from Shinjuku Station lies Omoide Yokocho, literally memory lane. Tiny izakaya bars line the narrow street, their smoke rising from grilled skewers of yakitori. It's where salarymen relax after work, shoulder to shoulder with travelers and locals. Here, the charm isn't luxury. It's the warmth of a chef smiling as he serves you a cold beer. And a plate of chicken skewers, cooked right in front of you. This is Tokyo's heartbeat. Simple, authentic, and alive with human stories. Move south from Shibuya, and you'll find Ebisu, a more sophisticated side of Tokyo nightlife. This area is known for its elegant bars, craft beer pubs, and cozy wine lounges tucked in quiet streets. Close by, Nakameguro offers a totally different vibe. Young professionals, soft jazz music, and candlelit cafes along the Meguro River. In spring, the cherry blossoms reflect in the water, making it one of Tokyo's most romantic evening walks. These neighborhoods are for those who prefer conversation over chaos, the kind of Tokyo night that whispers instead of shouts. If you love creativity and live music, you can't miss Koenji and Shimokitazawa. By day, they're known for thrift shops and vintage culture. By night, they transform into hubs of underground art and indie performances. Small live houses host local rock bands, jazz trios, and experimental DJs. Bars are eclectic, some filled with vinyl records, others decorated with graffiti or manga art. Koenji's energy is raw and unpolished. It feels like Tokyo's youth expressing itself freely, away from the rules of the corporate world. But Tokyo isn't just modern. In Yanaka and Asakusa, nightlife takes on a nostalgic, traditional charm. In Yanaka, locals gather in old wooden houses turned into sake bars, surrounded by lanterns and laughter. In Asakusa, you can find bars serving classic Showa-era cocktails, or even enjoy a night river cruise on the Sumida, watching the city skyline shimmer. These areas remind us that Tokyo's nights are not only about energy, they're also about memory, and the quiet beauty of time passing slowly. Roppongi used to be known as Tokyo's wildest party zone, full of clubs and foreigners. But today, it's changing. New rooftop lounges, art galleries, and stylish dining bars have replaced much of the chaos. With the Mori Art Museum and Tokyo Midtown nearby, Roppongi's nightlife now blends culture, art, and cosmopolitan flair. It's Tokyo's international face, but more mature, more elegant, and surprisingly creative. Ask locals where they go, and you'll hear names tourists rarely know: Kichijoji, Daikanyama, Jiyugaoka. Kichijoji offers a mix of music bars, retro cinemas, and jazz cafes that feel straight out of the 1960s. Daikanyama is Tokyo's Brooklyn. Chic, calm, full of style. And Jiyugaoka, though better known for daytime shopping, hides some of the city's best wine in sake bars for late-night conversations. These are the places where Tokyoites unwind, not to party, but to breathe. If you explore Tokyo at night, it's good to know a few unspoken rules. Don't tip. It's not part of Japanese culture. Be respectful in small bars. Most have limited space, so keep your voice low. Many places charge a small seat fee. It's normal, and always say "Otsukaresama desu." It means, thanks for your hard work, and fits almost any goodbye after a drink. Tokyo nightlife isn't just about drinking, it's about connection, respect, and shared moments. For something truly different, try these unique night experiences. A nighttime tea ceremony in a traditional machiya house, a kabuki or rakugo show after dark, a Tokyo by night cycling tour through quiet streets and riversides, or a sake tasting in a local brewery with a master brewer explaining flavors and techniques. These moments let you experience the city not as a tourist, but as a participant in its rhythm. Beyond the neon lights of Shibuya lies a Tokyo that most visitors never see. A city of small bars, hidden stories, and quiet magic waiting after sunset. Tokyo's nightlife isn't just bright, it's deep, layered, and endlessly human. So next time you visit, take a turn away from the crowd, follow the lanterns into a narrow alley, and discover your own Tokyo night. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures. What comes to mind when you think of Tokyo at night? Blinding neon signs, crowded streets, Shibuya crossing in a sea of people? Sure, that's part of it. But tonight, we're going to show you a different side of Tokyo after dark, a side you won't find in the usual travel guides. We're going to hear from people who came here from all over the world, looking for one thing, but finding something else entirely. Something real, something intimate, something that changed their entire perspective on this incredible city. Let's start with Camille, a photographer from France. She's 31, and like many, her first stop was the famous Shibuya. Everyone told me to start with Shibuya, she says, but after one night, I wanted something quieter. A local friend then took her to a place that felt like a secret world, Golden Gai in Shinjuku. I couldn't believe it, Camille recalls. Each bar was like a different world, barely 5 seats, and the owners actually talked with you. She found a bar filled with old cameras run by a woman who shared her passion. We spent 2 hours chatting about film photography over plum wine, she says. It felt intimate, like Tokyo was letting me see its heart. This is the Tokyo that doesn't shout. It whispers. A city that rewards those who listen. Now, let's head over to a completely different scene with Jason, a 27-year-old music enthusiast from the USA. He was on a mission to find Japan's indie rock scene. Someone pointed him toward Shimokitazawa, and it was exactly what he was looking for. The vibe was unreal, Jason tells us. Tiny venues, local bands, people dancing like they didn't care who was watching. It reminded him of the underground scene back in Brooklyn, but with a unique Japanese twist. Respectful, creative, and full of soul, he describes. The night didn't end with the music. I ended up talking to a band member after the show. We didn't share much language, but music did the talking. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the best conversations don't need words. But Tokyo's nightlife isn't just about crowded bars or loud music. It can also be quiet and deeply moving. Sophia, a 35-year-old travel blogger from Italy, discovered this in a rather unexpected place. When you think of Tokyo nightlife, you picture bright lights and crowded streets, right? She asks. But my favorite night was actually in Nakameguro. Imagine this, sitting by a calm river, a glass of sake in hand, with soft jazz playing in the background and cherry blossoms overhead. It was calm, elegant, and romantic, Sophia remembers. That single experience reshaped her entire view of the city. That night changed my idea of Tokyo, she says. It can be peaceful, even poetic. It's a side of Tokyo that offers a moment of pure tranquility amidst the urban energy. From poetry to pure artistry, let's meet Liam, a 29-year-old bartender from Australia. He came to Japan not just to party, but to learn. He wanted to see how his craft was practiced in one of the world's most respected culinary capitals. He explored the sophisticated neighborhoods of Ebisu and Daikanyama, and what he saw left him speechless. The level of craftsmanship blew my mind, he says. The way they carve ice, the attention to detail, the respect for balance. He met a bartender who told him he'd been perfecting his martini recipe for 20 years. Communication was limited, but the connection was profound. We didn't speak much English or Japanese, but his passion was crystal clear, Liam explains. Tokyo's bar scene isn't just nightlife, it's artistry. Of course, you don't need a big budget to experience the magic of Tokyo. Nina, a 26-year-old exchange student from Germany, proves just that. High-end clubs were off the table for her, so she ventured into Koenji, a neighborhood known for its punk and alternative culture. She found herself in an underground live house packed with locals. Everyone was so friendly, Nina shares with a smile. Strangers offered me drinks, taught me phrases, even helped me get home when I got lost. It wasn't glamorous or polished, but that's what made it so special. It was messy, real, and unforgettable, she says. Tokyo at night can be intimidating, but once you connect with people, it feels like family. Sometimes the most memorable moments happen when you're not even looking for them. Paulo, a 38-year-old chef from Brazil, had just finished a long shift at work. He was wandering through Asakusa late at night when he stumbled upon a tiny, hidden izakaya. No English menu, no signs, he says. An old couple running the place noticed I looked lost and invited me in anyway. Using Google Translate, they managed to talk about food, about life. They insisted on cooking him their favorite dish, perfectly grilled eel, and then refused to accept any money for it. That quiet kindness at midnight is something I'll never forget, Paulo reflects. It's these small acts of generosity that truly define the spirit of a place. And then there's the search for something authentic, something human. Emily, a 24-year-old student traveler from Canada, found Roppongi fun but a bit overwhelming. It just wasn't her vibe. Then she discovered Kichijoji. Jazz bars, retro shops, people who actually talk to you instead of just partying, she describes. The neighborhood had a nostalgic feel, as if it were preserved in time. It's got a vibe like time stopped in the 1960s, she says. For her, this was the real Tokyo. I felt like I'd found a Tokyo that was authentic and human, not just neon and noise. Finally, let's hear from Arjun, a 33-year-old IT engineer from India. He came to Japan for work, but found his favorite spot in the heart of Shinjuku's chaos, Omoide Yokocho, also known as Piss Alley. Don't let the name fool you. It's small, smoky, and full of life, Arjun explains. He found himself sitting next to a Japanese businessman. They couldn't speak each other's language, but that didn't matter. After a few beers, we were laughing like old friends, he recalls. For Arjun, that's the essence of Tokyo's nightlife. That's what Tokyo nights are about, breaking barriers with food, drinks, and respect. Different people, different stories, but the same feeling. Whether it's a smoky bar in Shinjuku, a quiet walk in Nakameguro, or live music in Koenji, Tokyo's nights connect strangers in unexpected ways. The real magic of Tokyo after dark isn't just the lights, it's the people you meet when you least expect it. It's the quiet kindness, the shared passions, and the universal language of a good laugh over a drink. So next time you're here, maybe skip the main road and wander down a side street. You never know what or who you might find. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through Tokyo's hidden nights. If these stories resonated with you, let us know in the comments which neighborhood you'd love to explore. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories from beyond the tourist trail. See you next time!